begins how the sun flourished with wrath. The horizon sparkled with a blinding ray, heralding the forthcoming of summer, and a non-stifling pleasantness sank my eyes away. The castle built by toddlers, brittled by the periodicity of waves, an amazement indeed. But the castle bettered itself instead, its strength rejuvenated, and so did mine. I ran for the sand, thriving with crab's line, who seemingly enjoyed the shift in the air, which became as thin as my fortune's dine, formerly undeterred, presently uncertain. But as I lay bare on the ebbing edge, time didn't pause. It shall never flee, but made haste in grander speeds, swirling around my periphery, asking for no notice, which is but a fool's errand. Solitude and leisurely musings closed their eyes, for beauty had made a melodious entrance. There she stood, a flawless presence, enough for love to throw its magical spell. But gold, however luminous it is outwardly, is crippled by a vacancy in its core, hidden behind freshly woven curtains of Her Majesty. For miles we spread our scented serenity. I took her hands, and a shamed wind itself, encompassing us both in chastity, in a bubble growing narrower as those which rested in the balcony of the golden-yellow castle, with every undifferentiated grain of its sand. The midday sun it was, far from being subtle. If it weren't to be a dream, good times too shall pass away. Expectations exceeded in my timid mind, trapped by twofold beauty, which dare I speak of, lest it shall sojourn, unlike melodious spheres stretching to infinity. Times indeed worsened, striking similarity the waves depicted, whose voice failed to retreat, provided respite to the crabs who were absconded in the courtyard of a jilted castle, at the cost of a storm which shall swallow the latter away. Scorching sun arrived, shadows departed. We reiterated every priceless moment at bay which our lives thus far had offered. Why do we blatantly dismiss the gratitude for bountiful happiness? Merry weather turned untidy. Our bubble was rapidly pierced and burned by the departure of my acquaintance. After all, no higher title could anyone have earned than two precious stones like topaz and pearls. Outshining the calmest notes, outsmarting the wittiest dethroners, yet devoid of slanted bitterness, with a simple recipe whilst we wallow down in misery. Mother woke me with a gentle countenance, the eagerness and ecstasy within me, the excitement which thus far lay in penance to elaborate what I had witnessed. For moments like these, lift her up from tedious and melancholic tasks. Perplexed I was, I had hardly regaled when she smiled with tears showering down. Maybe my greatest fear inched ever closer. Good times had given way to a despondent frown fades to silence.